A first look at tomorrow's newspaper front page is coming up, but first, Reform UK leader Richard Tice and London's failed Labour Mayor Sadiq Khan has tonight insisted to GBNews political editor Christopher Hope that he is not sorry for expanding his reviled and reprehensible ULEZ scheme.
Listen, I'm always sorry for anybody who's suffering adverse consequences because of our policies, but at the same time, I've got to be honest with people and say I've been meeting bereaved mums who've lost their children because of air pollution. I've been meeting a paediatrician today who works with mums who are pregnant, suffering the ill consequences because of air pollution.
So, Richard,
it's a barefaced lie.
Sorry.
He's not sorry about anything because he doesn't listen. But let's be absolutely clear what this is. This is a barefaced lie. London's air has never been better. It's in the top 25% of global cities. This isn't about air pollution. This is about taxing the poor. He's acting like the Sheriff of Nottingham, ripping off the poorest in society, the least well-off, small businesses, tradesfolk, elderly folk just trying to go and do a bit of shopping. And I tell you what, I think that everybody has completely misjudged how angry people are. I've been at lots of the demonstrations. I was at Downing Street this morning. The fury, the anger. This noise is going to continue. It's not going to drop off.
No, absolutely. I mean, watching Farage at large earlier, it was an absolutely brilliant edition of the show, and the anger at the pub was completely palpable. And the thing is, Richard, as well, we know this is just the beginning. This is a national story. Folk aren't stupid. This is not about London. Angela Rayner herself has admitted that both the Conservative Party and Labour want to roll this out nationwide. She's on the record saying that.
Absolutely, but what people haven't picked up on is, for example, if you've got a 9-year-old diesel car, perfectly good shape, and you're driving from Banbury to drop someone off at Heathrow Airport, you will be charged this ULEZ scheme. You won't know. So all of a sudden, you'll get a fine through your door.
£180.
180 quid. You'll go, what's this? I tell you what, I think the level of anger, they have no idea where this goes. I don't know where it goes, but my prediction is I don't think this is sustainable through until next May. No. Something will have to give. I've never in my adult life felt, sensed, heard the level of anger from so many people of all walks of life, decent, ordinary folk. Everybody knows that this is based on a fundamental lie. The data does not back it up. The asthma data does not back it up. The pollution data does not back it up. Imperial College, they didn't back up.
Even though they're paid hundreds of thousands of pounds, they still didn't back it up.
They didn't back it up. They didn't back up the TfL report. They said it was less than 3% difference.
Can we just remind everyone that Khan said it was 49% difference. So this isn't a small discrepancy, Richard. This is, as you say, a barefaced, despicable lie to introduce a tax which is going to...
So he's lied about the data. He's then actually acted in a corrupt way because he actually tried basically to bribe the scientists with more contracts by saying, his deputy, by saying, we're not happy with the wording of your report, can you change it? And to their credit, they refused to do so. Now it's all come out. So he's a liar, he's corrupt, and us as white Londoners, apparently we're not real Londoners. In my mind, that makes him a racist. So he's a lying, corrupt, racist. If we could, he would be impeached and he would be out of a job.
Where does this go? Where does this go? Because as you point out, there is this anger, but there's a bit of a democratic deficit going on here because Khan is so convinced, Richard, that he will win, partly because of the changing demographics of London.
I don't know where this goes, but as I say, I think people are completely wrong to assume this noise will just die down. I think that many people will be just unable to pay these fines and so won't pay them. I think there'll be court cases all over the place. There's some quite interesting stuff going on. Watch this space. I think that as I say, I don't know where it goes, but I'm afraid it doesn't go well. And I think the noise grows, the anger grows, and with what's going on with some of the cameras being dismantled, wires being... What you're seeing is the early stages of anarchy from the people who are being taxed to the hilt, the poorest, and bad thing happens when this happens. And I don't know where this goes down, but I'm very worried.
I am too. I mean, don't you think people understand, Richard, as well, that this all plays into a much bigger plan that is going on? Because authorities want us out of our cars. They want us surveilled 24/7.
They do, and you've got all these cameras everywhere. We've just caught Sadiq. The truth is, in one of his plans, he wanted a pay-per-mile scheme, and everybody knows that with all these cameras there, that's the next step, isn't it? Suggestions that actually even he wanted a zero-emission scheme, where actually any combustion engine car would have to pay. This is a barefaced, brutal assault on the motorist number one and the poorest motorists number two. It is unconscionable, and I think, as I say, I'm really I'm shocked, but probably not surprised by the fury that is everywhere, and it's not just with Londoners.
Something is going on. No, it's not. It's around the country. Of course, both Richard Tice, Reform UK leader, thank you, both sides of the story, as ever, on GB News. Important to say, Sadiq Khan denies racism, denies lying over the science, and denies that he is planning to introduce a pay-per-mile scheme.